Because, I mean, everybody be checking in. That's y'all favorite thing to do. Check in with somebody that's gonna rob your stupid ass.
Wow.
Yo, you think that guy, the guy that you don't know in California got your back? The guy that got beef with other hoods and all this, you checking into that?
The streets are buzzing louder than ever about this whole checking in mess and the ugly truth about extortion in hip-hop. All eyes are on Drake and his so-called Houston protector.
It's his name. They're not a mob. Mob ties is like the white boy from Malibu Most Wanted. Jay Prince Jr. and his son, they like the Malibu for Most Wanted. They're not no real gangsters.
Right. For what? Don't call me. Right. Oh, it's a... You having a nerve to call me sometime. Like, like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm playing video games. My daughter got a soccer game tomorrow, bro.
The man with the reputation of being both a shield and an alleged extortion boss, Jay Prince. Now here's where it gets wild. Rumor has it that Jay Prince has actually turned his back on Drake. Word is Drake tried pulling major strings, banning any rapper tied to Kendrick Lamar from hitting Houston stages, convinced his godfather would always back him up, but things didn't go as planned.
He was feeling how some dudes was like looking at him sideways at his jewelry or whatever. Yeah. And he started to get kind of nervous and he called you up.
No, he didn't call me up personally.
Well, somehow it got you.
You know, two ways you could put out the blast. It could go to everybody who was, he put the blast out that he felt threatened.
Right.
Yeah.
And you showed up.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, you let them know that nothing was going to happen to Kanye.
Nah.
That's not how it went down.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, okay, nothing was going to happen to him. Not while I was there. Nothing was going to happen to him.
Did you feel that Kanye was being paranoid, or do you think that something might have actually happened with the people that you confronted at that point?
No, he wasn't being paranoid. They had chairs pulled up to his table where he was eating at with his friends, and they wasn't eating.
Oh.
Yeah.
So something was about to happen to Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah, it was real.
It was real.
Yeah, they played the food was cold. There was only a couple bites taken out of them. And it was just like a weight off. Like, hurry up. And when you come out of here, it's going down. So when I got Kanye, yo, you know this guy right here? It was like, nah, I just pulled the chair from him, and Kanye had his jewelry tucked in. He take your chain out. And that was like a badge, that Rockefeller chain. Like, we don't do that. At least I didn't roll that way. And that was my brother. Like, we was rock familiar. We was the family.
Uh-huh.
So taking from him at that time was like taking from me.
How did the guys react when you confronted them?
As they should.
Took a few steps back.
Schoolboy Q rolled into town and shook the whole scene up. He hit the stage in Houston, no fear, no hesitation, proving that Drake's supposed mob ties don't scare him one bit. And he wasn't done. Q called the entire checking-in culture straight up goofy, humiliating, and beneath somebody like Jay Prince, who's old enough to know better but still playing childish street boss games. So the question is, what's the real truth behind Jay Prince and this extortion saga? Who exactly has he tried to lean on in the past? And has anyone paid a deadly price for refusing to bow down? Let's dive into the receipts and see how deep this story goes. Let's break down how this whole extortion game even crept into hip-hop in the first place. Because, trust me, it didn't start there.
I don't understand, what is the no-fly zone?
What does that mean? Because I mean, I've come to Detroit and had marvelous times.
We shot a movie together in Detroit.
So, but what is this no fly zone mean?
It was for record labels.
Okay.
When record labels used to have like street teams, and that was back in the A&R days. You know, they would have a promo team, take the artists. You know, A&R take the artists to different locations, and it was like they were just coming to Detroit and wasn't picking up nothing. It was like they would charge the local artists to perform. They would charge the local artists to perform, and the local artists would bring 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people sometimes to this event that will pay to get in. It's like, how is you charging them and they bringing you revenue?
Wow.
You know, and then, you know, when it kept happening with the little homies and they was just doing it because they got money, like, you know, man.
Meaning paying to go
it was just
on their own stage, technically.
Exactly. And it was radio as well. Like, you know, the Summer Jams events didn't consist of mostly Detroit artists. They consist of everybody from everywhere else, and the Detroit artists would get charged.
Wow.
And I was like, stop everything. Now the only entertainment around this gonna be what's here.
Right.
So we're gonna get acquainted with what we got around these corners, and then we'll start letting a few trinklets in one at a time. And if anybody violate it, we deal with it.
The roots of extortion go way back to 18th century Italy, where the local mafia would slide threatening letters under business owners' doors, warning them that if they didn't pay up protection money, their shops or homes could be destroyed. That fear-based hustle crossed oceans and planted itself deep in American soil. By the time the mafia gripped U.S. cities like Chicago, New York, and Philly, entire neighborhoods were trembling. These mob shakedowns became routine, and soon enough, local gangs and organized crews copied the same tactics. Then hip-hop blew up, turning into a billion-dollar industry, and it was only natural that these predators started circling rappers like sharks smelling blood. Extortion became stitched into the culture, and not even the biggest legends could escape. Look at Tupac's case. Years after his passing, in 2011, the FBI unsealed documents that blew the lid off a jaw-dropping extortion scheme. Turns out, the Jewish Defense League, classified by the FBI as a right-wing group, was allegedly shaking down major rap stars. According to the files, they extorted protection money from Ruthless Records and artists like Tupac and Eazy-E, backing it up with chilling death threats. The 1997 documents even spelled it out clear. JDL and other yet unidentified have been extorting money from various rap music stars via death threats. That's not rumor. That's federal paperwork. The FBI files spelled out the playbook crystal clear. Unnamed suspects were making terrifying phone calls, straight-up death threats, and then swooping back in to save the day by offering protection for a fee.
What is going on with you in Detroit? There was a show that you were supposed to perform, right? And you made, you referenced it on your Twitter.
Right.
You made light of it. But now it's like, the headlines are crazy. The blogs are like, Rick Ross is fearful of his life. He can't come to Detroit anymore.
Right.
So no fly zone. What's happening? What's going on with that?
Somebody is misleading our like, yo, we went out to Detroit. We had a gig to go to. So the team head over, to the gig, and I got my team. So my team is always in front of me. Just to make it clear, I never even made it to the venue.
Okay.
I never made it to the venue. Me and whoever this gentleman is, we never crossed paths. He never spoke with Rose, and I expect him to clarify that.
One report even revealed that Eric Wright, better known as Eazy-E, fell victim to this extortion scheme before his tragic death from AIDS. And Tupac? His name was in those files too. Investigators believed he was targeted before that fateful night in Las Vegas. Fast forward to now, and the hustle hasn't disappeared. It's just evolved.
I expect him to tell y'all, we never talked to Rose, we never spoke to MG, but anyway, the caravan on the way to the venue, and they get there, and someone has locked the gates to the venue, padlocked or however they did it. The gate was locked. It was gentlemen supposed to be here. This I didn't see myself.
Okay.
It was supposed to be gentlemen here who were talking with the police, and it was very peaceful.
Okay.
For my team that made it,
there before you.
Right. They didn't even know it was a problem, And so, you know, that's the promoter's job. You know what I mean? So
to guarantee that it's
right,
a
just
safe situation.
Right. So, you know, the promoter himself say, you know, let's get it fixed. We say, let's go to the casino. Shout out to Greektown Casino. So we went back to the casino. And, you know, that's where we chilled. And that's when I got the story that there was supposed to be a mob gang. And, you know, that's totally false.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I let that breathe for a whole day, just expecting somebody to step up and say, that's not true. No one spoke to MMG. No one.
So what happens now? Like, do you go back to Detroit?
I mean,
like,
you know, for me personally,
your fans are out there. They want to see you.
I mean, for me personally, you know, of course it ain't personal because I was paid and I was paid well. You know, dig? And I just feel bad for those kids that stood out there 6 hours.
Right.
That wanted to see Ricky Rose and couldn't see the boss because someone padlocked the gate. You know, so for whatever reason they did this, I don't understand it. Because if it's somebody that's supposed to be from the jungle, in the jungle you don't lock the lions out. You let the lions in and lock them in.
Many street gangs in America use rapper extortion as a steady income stream. The so-called check-in rule has become the price of doing business. If artists want to roll through certain cities, they're expected to pay up or risk getting pressed, robbed, embarrassed, or worse. In exchange, they're granted a pass to move through the hood untouched, while the locals pocket security fees or even secure spots opening at shows. But don't think this only happens to newcomers. Even the biggest names get caught slipping. Take Kanye West, for example. When he stopped in Philly, things went sideways fast. He was just chilling at a diner with friends when a group of shady dudes slid into his space. Not eating, not talking, just sitting and watching.
Oh, yeah? Oh. Ain't nobody signed up a permission slip for me. Mm-mm. Huh? Oh, yeah? I ain't know that. Okay. Okay. Look cool. You said what? Nah. I don't know nothing I ain't get told about. Nah. Ain't none of that going on. Look, like I say, I all the little youngins out there. That's cool. But they're cool. Hey, well, they're cool. They ain't gotta fuck with me, but I ain't signing no permission slip nowhere. That ain't what I do. Hey, look. If you wanted to come politic, you could have came in politic. Hey, that's all good, big homie. They said he could have just came in politic. You know, that's what real niggas do. I ain't no pee-wee. But check out what I'm saying. I ain't no pee-wee though, so it don't go like that. It gotta be respect. It gotta be respect. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. It gotta be respect. Look, nah. Y'all just come, y'all give respect. Y'all would've got the utmost respect. You see what I say? What's good with y'all? Y'all alright? Nah, okay, yeah, check it out. Y'all come with respect. Y'all would've got respect. Man, ain't no, come on, don't do it like that. Just don't do it like that. You feel me? Don't do it like that. You come with respect, it be respect. Just straight up. What you mean? Ask little brother knows exactly who I am. He just told you. You know what, check? Whoever told you I was over there shooting video, ask them who I am. I don't answer questions. I don't sign permission slips. I don't do that, big homie. You feel me? You could have came and chopped it. Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Man, they just tried to shoot a video.
Where's the list? I can get this bitch off out here. Kelly, y'all have to stack up quick.
Let's do it.
Straight up.
Cool. Alright, in the back. Same face. Come on, Kiki.
Ain't no next time I don't check in, bro. Look, like I say, next time you just say, hey, come holler at me, bro, and I come holler at you. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna never check in. Hey, I'm not checking in nowhere. You hear me? Okay, that's what's up. That's straight. Okay, say no more. Okay, I see you.
Kanye had to tuck his jewelry and play it cool until Philly legend Beanie Siegel stormed in and shut the whole situation down. Detroit is a whole different jungle when it comes to this extortion game. The Motor City lives by its own code, the infamous no-fly zone ruled by Trick himself. He broke it down on Drink Champs, saying plain and simple, if you're a rapper sliding through Detroit, you better come correct show respect, and pay what's owed. Or don't even bother stepping foot in the city. Nobody knows this better than Rick Ross. In 2014, Ross was booked to headline a huge summer jam show in Detroit, but his plans blew up in flames when he ran into the no-fly zone enforcers. Reports say about 100 locals blocked his crew from even entering the venue, making it crystal clear he wasn't welcome.
I'll explain it. State taxes. Checking in is state taxes. I don't live in LA, but I've done work in LA. And at the end of the year, LA sends a note to my house that tells me how much money I owe them. That's the government. The street people that are powerful enough to control movement in their town, i.e. Big U, Trick, whoever these names are. All of y'all artists come to these cities and take, and make money all year long without giving back. So, to avoid the streets getting it from you how they want to get it from you, I'll fix all that, but there's a fee attached. That's how I view it.
I didn't grow up with you. I don't know you. I don't know none of them. I don't really care about your well-being, but you're gonna pay. All right, he's good.
Word is, Ross was shook, though he later tried to flip the script, swearing the whole thing was a lie and claiming he's free to touch Detroit anytime he wants. But the streets remember that night differently. And it's not just Detroit. Atlanta has its own set of rules too. During a video shoot in East Atlanta, DaBaby found himself face to face with a local gang who pressed him hard for trespassing on their turf. They tried to intimidate him, but DaBaby didn't flinch. He stood his ground. Later on Vlad TV, he admitted the whole thing could have turned deadly, but not for him. For the guys who thought they could check him. Meanwhile, industry voices like Joe Budden brush it off as just part of the game. He even compared extortion to paying state taxes. Annoying, but necessary.
I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie young boy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, young boy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, you know, all that they took, and the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
We got your Rolls Royce umbrellas, we got your keys, we got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro.
To him, better to hand over some cash and keep the peace than test the streets and face the consequences. And now we get to the Houston boogeyman himself, Drake's so-called protector, and the man with a shadowy rep stretching back decades. J. Prince. The Rap-A-Lot Records founder has had whispers of extortion swirling around his name for years, but lately his moves have been drawing way more heat. Take July 2020, for example. NBA YoungBoy's house in Houston got robbed, and instead of staying quiet, J. Prince publicly announced he had the stolen goods and could return them. A lot of people saw that not as generosity, but as a slick extortion play. But YoungBoy wasn't having it.
Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, plenty around me you could call. Man, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that saying shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Mind your business.
He fired back on IG Live, basically telling Prince he doesn't play those games. That clash exposed just how messy things can get when street politics and rap collide. Then came the tragedy that shook hip-hop to its core. The death of Takeoff in Houston, November 2022. At the time, he was under the protection of J. Prince's son, Jazz Prince, and fans haven't stopped connecting dots ever since. The whispers only grew louder when Kendrick Lamar dropped his scathing diss Euphoria, taking aim at Drake and slipping in lines that many believe were shots at J. Prince and his son. Kendrick rapped about Drake's daddy and his junior, hinting that both father and son might have skeletons in their closets. Fans are convinced this was Kendrick sending a crystal clear warning. Stay out of his beef with Drake, or risk having some very dark secrets dragged into the light. And that brings us straight to Kendrick's right-hand soldier, Schoolboy Q, the latest rapper to call out this whole checking in culture. He didn't sugarcoat a thing.
Was that LA is probably one of the most dangerous places for rappers. Do you believe that's true?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody be checking in. That's your favorite thing to do, check in with somebody that's gonna rob you, stupid.
Wow.
Yo, you think that guy, the guy that you don't know, in California got your back? The guy that got beef with other hoods and all this, you checking into that dude? Right. Bro, just go to the hotel, get you something to eat, go back to the hotel.
Do your business.
Go have some fun. Right. Where it's fun, why do you want to go over there?
Right.
For what? Right. Don't call me. Right. Oh, it said, motherfuckers be having a nerve to call me sometime. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm playing video games. My daughter got a soccer game.
Saying flat out that he doesn't play those goofy games and never will. Now here's where it gets juicy. Schoolboy had 2 shows in Canada recently canceled, and whispers say it was Drake pulling strings behind the scenes. But Drake didn't stop there. Word is he tried to run the same play in Houston, thinking Jay Prince would ride for him and shut down anybody linked to Kendrick and TDE. But the twist? Jay Prince didn't lift a finger. Looks like he's done fighting Drake's battles. And the proof was right there on August 3rd, when Schoolboy Q lit up the House of Blues in Houston with a sold-out crowd. Fans online dragged Drake after that, calling him delusional for thinking he could control Houston from the safety of Canada and decide which American artists get to touch the stage. As for Jay Prince, the fans aren't holding back either. Many are saying he's way too old to be caught up in these street games and alleged extortion schemes. One person put it bluntly, Drake and Jay Prince, corny AF, accept that L and just make a better song. Another chimed in, 60-year-old gangster baby boomers still trying to play tough guy? Man, sit down already. No respect for the people from that generation who tore apart our neighborhoods in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and now still try to play boss like nothing changed. But I gotta ask you, what's your take on Jay Prince and all these whispers about extortion? Do you think Drake really tried to blacklist TDE artists from performing in Houston? Or is that just industry gossip spinning out of control? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear every angle. And if you're rocking with this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your people. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. See you on the next one.